So what's up, everybody? This is your boy Jonathan back at it again. I want to talk about money and money management and the trick I've used to help me with money and money management, or the rules I go by anyway. This works for me. I don't know if it works for everybody, and you can try it or not. But I'm not telling you this is the way it is, and there's no other way. I'm not telling you that I'm an expert in money management. You could either take it or leave it. This has helped me in my experience, but I can only speak on my experiences. So if you have a different situation and you can't use the advice, then don't. But you have to take this information at your own autonomy. Um, so the first thing I've learned is about, like, if you are trying to live a natural life where you just want to make money to support yourself and your wife and kids, stuff generally works out. That's just the way it works. But a lot of times we get distracted because, like, I grew up in a situation with a lot of politics, and you can't talk to this person because race, and you can't talk to that person because of religion, and those people that were like you couldn't talk to were the ones who had the resources and had the value and had the mentors. And then I never had anything because I always was told I can't talk to those people. But once I started just opening myself up to talking to people that politically I'm not allowed to talk to, it worked out, and I became a little more financially secure because I used the resources that were available and didn't cut things out of my life. Another thing is, like, when you go to college, you have to focus on your major. And I know I messed up because I spent a lot of time socializing instead of focusing on my major. And college is supposed to be about finding out how to make money and a skill to make money. A lot of people chase after these pipe dreams of wanting to be rich, and they want to be a musician or, you know, a movie star or whatever. And, you're taking a gamble with that. And a lot of people just don't make it because how many people can do that? You know what I'm saying? And of course, things like drugs, people sell drugs, but, most people don't. I mean, most people know how to not sell drugs, or they know you shouldn't sell drugs. So, but these are just examples. You got to just keep things natural. Like, you just go out and you look for a job, and stuff works out. Or you go to college and you focus on a major and just focus on it to make money, and things generally work out. Um, Number two, everybody can't be king, and you need like farmers and you need like bakers. And what that basically means is a lot of people compete for these high paying jobs, or like they want to be a rapper or singer or blah blah blah. And sometimes people don't make it because it's highly competitive, or sometimes you know the market gets oversaturated with people chasing after those jobs, and a lot of people got laid off. I know, like, right now they're laying off a lot of people in the tech industries, programmers, because the market's oversaturated. And I know that back in the day, it was a lot of nurses that couldn't find jobs because the market was oversaturated and everybody wanted to be a nurse. And so you have to think about that. Like, sometimes it's better to just, focus on something that'll make money, and not necessarily focus on something that you got to compete with, and you have to take a gamble whether you're going to make money or not. And that's just the way it is. I'm not saying you shouldn't try to strive to be that in that situation. If you want to, you could try, but at least have a side hustle going on where you're making a living just in case it doesn't work out. um, the third thing is, and most people know this, a lot of times people are poor or they don't have money because people scam them out of their money and they end up buying stupid stuff. Everybody knows this is true. And I'm talking, like, for example, sneakerheads. Like, nobody needs that many pairs of sneakers, and sneakers can be up to like $300. It's very simple. That doesn't even need an explanation. But just remember, like, if there's things in your life where you feel that you shouldn't be buying, but you do, and they serve no purpose other than taking your money and putting them in somebody else's pockets, then you probably should reevaluate what you're buying. You know what I'm saying? And whether or not it's worth it. The next thing I'll talk about is savings. Everybody knows you should save money, and that's obvious. But what I've learned about saving is like, for example, when I was trying to move out of my parents' house and I wasn't paying rent, I was living there for free. My mentor told me to put half of my money that on each paycheck in my savings account, and then when I have $2,000, leave. And I did it and worked. Every paycheck I would put half in my savings account, and then, I watched how fast my money grew, and then I left. And then now that I'm out paying my own bills and doing what I got to do, I can't afford half my paycheck because stuff's expensive. So I put about $100 into savings every pay period. And $100 off of every pay period adds up pretty quick. And sometimes you make so much, like sometimes on some check you make extra, so you can put more than $100. But the minimum I like to do is $100 off of each pay period or paycheck. And then, I just been saving up money that way. If I could get some advice about food, I learned this from a girl in college who her parents was sending her some money during college for food, and what she told me is her parents say you get one eat out a week. Everything else got to be groceries, and you got to show us the receipts. And she learned how to save money from that, and I learned, that's one thing that I try to do in my life. I mostly buy groceries, and then I do like one or two eat outs a week. That's it, because groceries are cheaper than eating out. So I do that. Before when I didn't have a refrigerator and a way to store food, I used to try to spend $5 per meal. And that worked, but it was unhealthy. So I wouldn't suggest that. But yeah, I used to eat a lot on the dollar menu or dollar pizza or, just all this kind of stuff to like make it to $5 a meal. And like I said, it wasn't healthy, so I wouldn't try to live off $5 a meal. But you get the idea when you can like put a little, like when you budget every day and you're saying, okay, this is how much a meal should cost. So 3 meals, like $30 a day, like $10 a meal, $30 a day. You know what I'm saying? Try to get to less than that, but at least try to budget that. With clothing, as I'm getting older, I try to go by seasons. I used to, and sometimes I still struggle with this buying a lot of clothing, but what I try to do is go by seasons. Like I get a couple outfits at the beginning of the school year because I work in the school district, so I go by the school year. So I get like 2 new outfits for the school year. That's it. And then like other than that, when the holidays come around, I ask for maybe a couple of t-shirts, or when my birthday comes around, I ask for a couple of t-shirts, and I go by seasons. And other than that, if I need anything, like I just got some shoes because I needed it. I just got a wallet because it was falling apart. If I need a new backpack, if I need winter boots, yes, you go and get that stuff. If you need them and they serve a purpose, yes. But most of the time with clothing, I like to go through, just focus on when the season is coming up. Like I said, spring, fall, and then I get some clothes for my birthday and the holidays, and that's it. And that's what I'm trying to stick with. It's hard for me to do that all the time, but I'm trying to stick with that. And the fourth thing and the last thing I do is like with entertainment, I try not to watch anything that I can't watch or play on my phone that's not free. And that's what I do. And if I'm not trying to buy no streaming service or no video games, or, you know, I don't really go out to movies, like, unless it's a big movie that I want to see. Other than that, I try to limit all the entertainment to my phone. And that works out too because it makes me be more social and it makes me go out and talk to more people for cheap entertainment. And what happens is you make more connections and you make more friends and you get more mentors, and it helps you move further in life than you would if you're watching Netflix or on the video games. And then plus, of course, it's a money saver. So that's my tips. Like I said, you don't have to take them because everybody's situation is different. But I just was telling you what I do. All right, y'all. I'm out, y'all. Peace.